Taken back by Delgado. Carson Newman may have another try with Fields. On the ground, directed for Delgado. Intended for Frick, it was intercepted by Encelaco. Batista Felipe takes it up this end, now sends it on the ground. It's turned away by Carson Newman, out far side again. Trying to carry this one through, up that far wing, and it's sent for Corbett, out for a Carson Newman throw-in. 13 minutes left as this is business time. Thrown in to Frick. Frick, who's working on Freeman. Now that's sent out by Agelis back up top. Everybody in the Wingate defensive end as Abby Polari jogs over to the substitute line. It's Pollersdottir taking this down. Now sends it intended for Pettit. Pettit gets around Mano. That's directed towards the center. Nobody was there for Carson Newman. Reset back with Sasha Larson, who's carrying this one forward. Larson tried to roll it to Mano. It's out for a Carson Newman throw, and the Eagles fortunate that as that ball was rolling out, it did not catch a piece of Carly Pettit. Official in perfect spot to see that it did not. Directed back towards the center and sent back to the defensive line of Kreiser. Kreiser sends it out the far side for Fend. Aoki was pressuring. Fend was able to send it the far wing. Agelis now uses the body to shut that off. Fields tried to take it away from Agelis. Agelis still holds on to the ball and directs it back forward. Batista Felipe to Aoki. Aoki, far wing, now sends it back. Agelis is caught up for the moment. Wingate now on the other side of it. Carson Newman has a chance, and that's out of range of Nielsen. On the other side, Fawcett dives on it. And we're going to get a stoppage of play now as Wingate was playing short on that other side. And that is a huge job by Haley Fawcett in the defense. That was floated right around the direction of Kristen Nielsen, who just was not able to get the ball. And Agelis now has the chance to collect herself, and Haley Fawcett's veteran presence right there to dive on that ball and hold on to possession. So it will be a drop ball restart for Wingate. 11:39. Fawcett plays this. It was too firmly for Sydney Barnt. And that's out for a Carson Newman throw-in. That's the second time that I've seen Haley Fawcett overcook a play to the near side. It gives Carson Newman another chance. Pettit with the throw-in. Pettit throws it in to the direction of Fields. Fields tried to direct it to Nielsen, gets it there. Shut off by Batista Felipe, though. On the other side of it, it's played for Encelaco. Encelaco to the near wing of Mano. Mano will back it up for Barnt on the other side of it. Barnt into the 18 for Holt. And Holt back to Barnt with 11. Barnt carries this one forward. Now sends this one. It's through Pettit to Mano. Flag down by Herfoot. Mano put it on the ground. It's turned aside. Pollersdottir to Pettit, who directs this back into the 18. And it's taken up by Kreiser, who now then left it off to her keeper, Nielsen. Tried to jump for that one, couldn't get it there. Holt directs it to Larson in the center. Larson surfaces this one to the direction of the far wing. It gets to Angela Mano, who's at that far wing, but a poor touch lost that possession. Directed forward for Nielsen. Nielsen is working on Sydney Barnt. Sydney Barnt will direct this back for Holt. Under 10.5. Now sent it to the 18 by Wingate for Haley Fawcett. She'll kick it out that far side for Agelis. Agelis directs it in towards the center. Nobody was there for Wingate. Aoki from the wing down to try to pressure that one away. And that's sent back. Corbett tried to play that one forward. Rather, Fenn tried to play that one forward, but put it out. Rather, didn't put it out, just put it back to Agelis. Another try for Carson Newman. This is Kim. Kim put it off of Agelis' foot, and now that's back with Carson Newman. That service in towards the edge of the 18. Fields has a chance. Fawcett bobbled it and holds on. Haley Fawcett again holds on to possession. Couple of substitutions. Avery Brown for Wingate alongside Abby Polari. And it is Yude and Arnie Dotter, who are the Carson Newman substitutes right now as it's turned aside by Wingate, directed back to Ellie Polk with 9 minutes. And Salako tried to turn that one away. Didn't have something for the moment. But it's sent back to Kreiser and now Paldersdotter. Paldersdotter taking it forward, now sends it for Fields. Fields back to that direction. Paldersdotter sends it on the ground. It's taken in by Carson Newman. McKenna Freeman pressuring Delgado. It's near side now with Pettit. And a free kick will come for... Clock stoppage will come now as it'll be a Wingate free kick. Didn't catch what that was, and actually it will not be a clock stoppage. Sent back for Larson. Larson sends this one forward for Sydney Bart. Overcooked that touch, and we'll get a stoppage here as the substitutes will work in Brown and Polari, and also Lydia Radanovic for Aoki, Batista Felipe, and Agelis. 2 for Carson Newman. Already gave you those ones. Carson Newman sending back in a couple of their starters to try to make a final push. Arnie Dotter throws this one in, and it's directed back by Carson Newman to the direction of Polk. Delgado pitches it back to Kreiser inside Carson Newman's end of the field. Kreiser sends it out the far side. Business time for Carson Newman. It's 8 minutes left. Directed back towards the center off of Wingate now to McKenna Freeman, who sends it out to the far side. Carson Newman was able to get the jump on the touch directed to Ensalako, and it's still far side with the Eagles. A spin move to hold on to possession there, now far side. Carson Newman loses possession there as Avery Brown is able to turn it away. Paldersdotter forward to hold on to possession, now sends this one through. Fields comes up with it, plays it into the center. McKenna Freeman turned it away and forced a back up by Carson Newman. Delgado has a far wing attacker, plays it out that direction. Delgado floats it up into the air and back out beyond the 18 for a goal kick. So as the ball rolled away from Haley Fawcett, we'll get a clock stoppage with 7:20. Julia Boaventura will check in for Wingate following the next stoppage. Julia Boaventura will actually check in now. I couldn't tell if the official pulled Haley Fawcett aside. I couldn't tell if he pulled out a yellow or not. Don't think he did. But he was telling Haley Fawcett to not waste time like that. It's Sydney Bart near side. Sydney Bart. Angela Mano has a break. Flag stayed down. Mano towards the edge of the 18. Gets past one. Gets past Kreiser. Crosses that in. It's turned aside. Carson Newman, but deflected to Ensalako. Ensalako now near side for Angela Mano. Mano as it's taken away by Arnie Dotter, and we'll see if Carson Newman will try to push this end. Back foot by Fields to no one and sent into the center. Boaventura's direction by Holt. Up into the air. Ensalako goes to the ground on Frick. Fields able to get the turnaround, and Fields plays that towards the center to Delgado. Delgado on Abby Polari, now backed up by Carson Newman. Radanovic forward from defense. Bad carom by Wingate directed to Corbett far side. Corbett pointing for some kind of service with 6.5. Turned aside Holt as it was played towards the 18. Pitched up into the air by Ensalako to Paldersdotter. Played forward as it's turned aside by Wingate for the moment. Carson Newman will have to reset with 6. This one is sent in towards the edge of the 18. Try to get a break on Sydney Bart did Delgado. Delgado now backs it to the center to Fields. Kicks it out far side for Kim. Kim from long range, it's turned away. Second ball. Deflects to Ensalako, who sends this one back all the way. And if you're Wingate, you do not hate that. As the clock is your friend on the other side of it, Boaventura almost came up with a ball rolling around by Cavicci. This one is sent on the ground to Holt, who floats that one back down. If you're Wingate, you're not going to be disappointed by playing this game. Back and forth down to the box. Right here, Carson Newman, directed by Paldersdotter to the far side of Corbett, and now back out with Wingate. Center to Boaventura. Boaventura may look to Encelaco, now instead sends it up the far wing, offside. So Wingate tried to jump it too quickly with Avery Brown. Shoes offside with 5 minutes. On the free kick, it's sent back beyond a couple of initial heads. Larson put it back to the direction of Pollersdottir. Two come together with it, and Radanovic sends this back for Pollersdottir. Boaventura providing some pressure. Carson Newman, 4.5. It's sent out far side. Far side to Fend. Fend sends this one in towards the direction of Laura Holt. Holt content to take this one in. Now plays it for Encelaco. Encelaco for Polari. Polari back for Sasha Larson. Larson plays it into the 18 for Haley Fawcett. Fawcett goes back to Larson's direction. Larson services it near side for Barnt. Barnt now takes this one in and floats it long. Angela Mano up the near wing, working towards the edge of the 18. Will put the brakes on as this one gets all the way back to Cavicci, who takes it up inside the 18 with under 4. Out far side. Carson Newman sends this one in. It's taken in by Corbett far side. And that's out off of Wingate for a Carson Newman throw-in. Sophia Husted is waiting to check back in at the next Wingate stoppage. It's directed away by Wingate to Kreiser. Kreiser plays it near side for Pollersdottir, who sends it up to Fields. Fields has Arnedottir near side, who's in an offside position right now, had to come back from that offside position to retrieve the ball. If he came back to the onside position before the play, that's played towards the center to Polari. Polari goes to the ground, no whistle. Yude back to Fields, but it got to McKenna Freeman first. Now Polari grabbed on the other side, no whistle either end. Pollersdottir sends it over the top. It's directed away by the head of Angela Mano, under 3. And sent towards the near sideline. It'll be taken in by Pollersdottir. Pollersdottir sends it to the near side of Arnedottir. Mano now working on her. With some space in the center, Arnedottir backs up to Kreiser beyond half field. Kreiser sends it out far side for Fend. Fend has it far side and now services that in towards the center. It's turned away by Encelaco, but a bad carom to Arnedottir. Mano, the last one with one, now turns that one away. Fields comes up with it on the other side, and Mano blocks it again and clears it away. Turned back in by Carson Newman. Kim and Delgado directed between each other. It's now far side with Fend. Fend sends this one in towards the 18, turned away by McKenna Freeman just outside of it. Now McKenna Freeman will send this one forward. Gabby Agelis and Manu Batista Felipe back to the half-field line. They'll check in at the next stoppage, if that ever comes, with 2 minutes. Now that's with Arnedottir near side. Inside 2 minutes as this is Mano to shut it off again. Now sends it back for Pollersdottir. Pollersdottir plays it to Fields. Fields now out far side. Delgado carries it towards the edge of the 18. It's taken away by Encelaco. Yasmin Callie joins the party at half field. If this next stoppage, next throw-in for Wingate does indeed happen, inside 90 seconds. This one backing up on Wingate, rolls away. Kim plays it in towards the center. Yude turned aside Encelaco. Now Boaventura. Boaventura slowed up a little bit. Has 4 on her side, will take the time and send this one to Avery Brown, who now crosses that back towards the center. Nobody was there. Carson Newman has to push as there's 60 seconds left. This one is set near side for Frick. Frick, will this be Carson Newman's last chance? Turned away, Holt. Pollersdottir back into her end to retrieve this one. Boaventura putting pressure on that, sent back forward to Arnedottir. Arnedottir deflected by Mano to Sydney Barnt, and now a stoppage. There will be a free kick for Carson Newman. Ball has to stop, and the official's going to signal for Carson Newman to bring it. That's bleeding valuable time off the clock for the Eagles with 30 seconds. Frick. Carson Newman may have one last chance. Frick on this free kick, sends it just outside the 18. That deflects away. Fawcett dives on it! And that may write the finish. Haley Fawcett big again. The entire bench erupted as that was the last real good shot that Carson Newman had at it. Directed away by Bart with 3 seconds left, and it's back to Matthews for Wingate.